All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by the lovely Jake Shane, aka Octopusslover8 on TikTok. It was not too long ago where we were talking about you on this show. It was Fran's One More Thing where she mentioned she was obsessed.
Do you know how many people
TikTok?
sent that to me? Sorry, I just interrupted you.
No,
I'm
no,
so bad at this already.
No.
Hey, we love we interrupt each other.
Everyone sent that to me and was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, I was like, "What is happening?"
Listen, we love a talker, and I got introduced to you through Fran bringing that up. I'd seen your videos come across my page, but I now I'm fully in
Sometimes when you need to do like a deep dive, you see people on your For You page, you're like, oh, I've seen that person, but like you're just
right.
kind of scrolling.
And I
you're
was
not paying
posting
attention.
a lot, which people don't. People are like, he kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, no, I was posting because people would have to be like, all right, Jake, come on. It was like 18 times a day. Because I wouldn't use
You're like, it's not going to happen.
I wouldn't use the story function. And people were like, 4 or 5 people were finding it entertaining. So I was like, man, might as well. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I would literally post, just watch the Hunger Games. I kind of want to be Katniss. And I wouldn't even, and I'm so OCD. Like, I have really bad OCD. So I wouldn't even have the energy to do a caption. I would just post it.
Yeah.
But then when I started doing the comments back to people and reenacting stuff, that's when it really took off.
So that was genius. I mean, when she was explaining it to me, I was like,
this is a good idea.
I was like, that's a genius idea. Like, it's just everything I wish I could have came up with. So how did you come up with doing that?
I didn't. I saw Julia Fox do it.
Okay.
Julia Fox was act very seriously, acting out things that people would comment, just scenarios. It was scenarios. And I was like, celebrating 60,000 followers. And I was like, for 60,000 followers, let's play my favorite game, which is the one she invented, I guess. Or she invented. And I was like, okay, comment something and I'll act it out. And someone commented to do Bill Clinton, denying Monica Lewinsky his affair with her. And I was really high. And I was looking up how to speak like Bill Clinton. I was putting an effort to this, okay?
I
was
love that so much.
I'm doing
you were
this.
acting.
And I was like, yo, I don't have the energy to do this right now, but I promised the pussies I would do it for you tonight, so I gotta do it. And I just looked in the camera and I was like, no, I didn't do that. Sorry, I'm the president. I don't know what you want from me. I literally didn't do that. And I just there was no thought behind it, and it did kind of well. And I was like, oh. And then with TikTok, what I noticed is because I have so many different bits I do.
Yeah.
I just throw whatever at the wall. If it sticks, I keep throwing shit. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. And then I wasn't they were doing all right. And then I got home and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this one comment. Sounds funny. It came to mind. It was do Paul Revere telling people the British are coming. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna smoke a little and sit on this. So I smoked a little and I was like, mm-hmm. So I was like,
it came to me.
I am going to invite my friend to a party and tell him the British are coming and he should come. And that one really did well.
Yeah.
And I kept running with it. And then my roommates got home and I was like, you guys, let's keep doing it. I was on a roll.
Yeah.
I was just on a roll. And then they thought it was so funny. So they were laughing really hard. And then I guess the combination of them laughing and just the whole ridiculousness of the situation just kind of really blew it up. The next day, my roommate Brett called me and was like, Jake, you're gaining a lot of followers. And I was like, oh my god, what? I wasn't really, because you can't process it in the moment. Especially because I'm on antidepressants. Everything is I don't know what's going
You're
on.
numb
I'm
to it.
I'm just okay,
And it happened in truly 5 days.
Right.
It was all of a sudden I was like, when I first was talking about it on the show, I was like, he has we're at hundreds of thousands here. By the time this episode comes out, it's going to be double. And it was.
It was crazy. And I was we celebrated 100,000. All my friends came over. We hung out. It was really sweet. It was it was honestly the best night ever. Went to bed being great, I'll hit 200,000 in a month or two.
Right.
And I woke up to 150,000 and I was like, oh no, I'm making this my new thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be I'm celebrating every day. So every day I would go on live when I was 5,000 away. Mm-hmm. And just celebrate with people, or I would do a dance for it, or just I made it a whole interactive thing. And I didn't really know how invested people were in it, honestly. But then I hit 1 million and I was like, what now? What do I do? I don't know.
Such a good idea. You are hilarious. And I think
no
what
shortage of recommendations.
Yeah. And I think
people love sending.
Yeah, it's great. I get my ideas from my audience.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And what you mentioned about your roommates laughing in the background definitely adds an extra layer, because I know whenever I watch something on YouTube, like a podcast, comedians, and they have their producer and the producer's like cracking up at what they're saying, like it just adds like, oh, we're all in this together.
Because you're breaking the, what is it, the fourth wall? You're breaking the fourth wall.
Right.
It's like feels more real,
Yeah.
I
Right.
guess. I don't know. And it's like, it's nice. Like, and I can always tell. So it's like sometimes when I'm not sure about an idea, I'll have them film it. And if they
don't laugh?
I know, A, if they don't laugh. B, if it's like I feel bad for him laugh and I don't want him to think this isn't funny, I'll be like, I'll look at them and I'll just be like, okay, this. And then they'll look at me and just be like, yeah, it's not working. And I'll be like, yeah, okay.
You need that honesty though. You
like,
gotta stay sharp.
I did one the other day. I was like, this is going to be it. This is going to be amazing. I'm like doing it. And I didn't hear, I think Brett was filming. I didn't hear her laugh for like a solid minute. And I just stopped speaking. I looked at her and she was like, yeah, no. And I was like, okay, cool.
Let's take it from the top.
Yeah,
We do
she was
this
like,
one.
just maybe a different prompt or something. And I was like, okay, cool.
You mentioned, you can't prepare for something like this. It all just happens overnight. You're millions. And now celebrities, the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
You
But like
connected with
so many celebrities.
Yeah, so many celebrities. They're duetting. Jenna Dewan, she did
That
the
was
dance.
crazy.
Leah Michelle was a good
Leah
one.
Michelle I was a huge glee.
Yeah.
So that I was like, no fucking way.
That's insane. And then you got connected with Alix Earl, which
Yes.
everyone was talking about. How did that happen?
Okay, so her roommates followed me when I like didn't have many followers. So we were like, cause we're similar in age.
Yeah.
And she like, we played a bit of Jewish geography, I think is how like we all just kind of like had some mutual friends. And so when I blew up, Alix and I followed each other, and because I think I probably came across her feed, she probably thought I was funny. And obviously what happened with her was what happened with me on steroids.
Right.
But it was still kind of maybe like a similar experience at a similar time. And again, obviously hers was so much more than mine and so incredible. But I think I don't know how she felt. I felt it was nice to talk to her and like go back and forth. I don't know. It just felt like, oh, like you're also new to this, like, but you're also like crushing it. And then we went to an Amazon dinner and I knew she was coming into town. So I texted her and I was like, are you by chance going to this Amazon dinner? She's like, yes, I am actually. And then we were seated far apart from each other, but then I texted her, I was like, want to go to the bathroom? And then she was like, yeah. So
That's where the magic
her
happens.
and like her friend went to the bathroom. We like hung out for a bit, and then after she was like, do you want to like come up to my room and hang out? We can just like chill like outside of like a professional setting. And I was like, yeah, and we chilled and we really hit it off. We really hit it off. And she was like, do you want to get lunch tomorrow? And I was like, I'd love to get lunch tomorrow. Like, so we got lunch and it felt very natural. It felt we got along really, 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 really well.
Yeah.
It was just like we were similar people, and like she's just the nicest person ever.
That's so nice, because I feel like a lot of people, especially when you're like a young girl and you get all these eyeballs on you, like your head can get pretty big pretty fast.
Yeah, and you know what I like
and
about
it was like that was so cool, that I feel like is not like that.
She's not like that, and
Yeah.
for a similar reason, like her best friends are still her best friends.
Yeah.
Which is what I've done as well. Like my best friends are my best friends, like no matter what happens. And like and she does the same thing. So it's like,
You'd be like, sorry, Brett, can't hang tonight. Going out, going out with Leah Michelle. Like,
no, literally, Brett would be like, okay, well, I'm coming. And I'd be like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, I know that none of this would be possible without them. And I know that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's like, I don't know. It's all felt like such a beautiful, like, friend. Oh, we're going to look back at this and like tell our kids, like, do you remember that? Because it really feels like a community thing, like with all of us, like this is happening for all of us. Like, it was so exciting.
Yeah, it's really nice to have somebody to relate to, because it is such a weird thing.
It's weird.
Not normal.
It's not
to
normal.
have that many people looking at you and waiting on your every move, and you guys have that right now. It's amazing, but it could be weird.
I struggled with that at first because my stuff that I used to post would be like, I don't care. Like, whatever.
Right.
Like, I'll do whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I like don't care. But now I'm like, ooh, okay. Like, now I'm like worried. Like, I'm like, all right, well, now I'm here and I have a lot of followers, and I'm like, I don't want to post something stupid and annoy people and like have like, be like, oh, you post too much. Because that's what I used to do. I used to post so much.
Just be yourself.
I know.
Keep
That's
being
what
yourself.
everyone
You're
says.
hilarious. That's why everyone followed you.
yourself.
Stay true to yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying.
What is the origin story though
Of
for the
Octopus?
account? Because now I feel like people just like call you Octopus.
Right. So I'll tell you
that's
all.
not your name, but it's like, where did the name come from?
So basically, I was just a big fan of Octopus in high school. Like my mom took me to get it once, like after we saw a play together, because I grew up in New York.
Oh, like actually eating octopus.
Yeah, and I was like, this shit is really good. I was like,
This slaps.
This slaps. And I never really got it a lot because my parents kind of it wasn't working, and my parents kept me on a strict budget. So I octopus is expensive. You're not just gonna go out to eat and get octopus. Yeah. And then so when I started, working and like saving my money properly, especially during COVID, because I wasn't going out and spending it recklessly, I was like, I can like go out to like a nice Italian dinner every once in a while and get octopus. And I would get it with my friends. And my friend Drew likes to abbreviate everything. So she was just like, oh my God, like puss. And we would just take photos and send it to each other and be like, puss. And then me and my other best friend Alix would like go to this place called Cicconi's, and we were like, they have the best fucking puss. So it became a thing with us. Like we would all be like, puss. And then like we'd order it and be like, Alice and I would always be like, okay, like we're each ordering our own puss. So we would order our own puss. We would say that to the waiter.
Oh my God.
And they'd be like, okay. So they like knew us
So
there as like
funny.
whatever. And then I was like, God, one day I should make something called Pass the Puss, where it's like pass the plate, but I'm past that. Ooh,
What the heck was that?
passing the puss.
Yeah.
So I was really hungover one day. And I was like, God, the only thing that will make me feel better, or when you're just like on that hangover high and you're like, scaries haven't hit yet and you're kind of like,
You're still drunk, but you're not.
yeah, I'm like, I'm just going to do Pass the Puss right now. So I make it, and then Pass the Puss is taken. So I'm like, who took that?
Yeah.
Like, that was, it's weird, right? Like,
What kind of puss are they passing?
Yeah, I'm like looking at
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, can I have the username? Like, whatever. I'll just do Pass that puss. Thank God it wasn't taken. It had a better ring to it. Anyway.
Yeah.
I made it, and everyone started texting me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, okay, so I'm deleting it. And then I was at my friend's mom's birthday dinner, and I was like just talking about it because there was octopus there, and all the adults thought it was really funny. And I was like, okay, so maybe if like the adults think it's funny, like this isn't such a bad idea.
Right.
So I did it. I remade the account. I posted the puss, and I was like, we're back. Like, octopus reviews. It was really just for my friends and I. And then I remember people started being like, that, by the way, your stuff is really funny, because I wouldn't even do videos. It would just be captions. But I would, everything, it was so nice because I like built it with everyone watching me build it. It was like, I didn't have it all
Team
figured
effort,
out. Yeah,
yeah.
it was like,
Yeah.
so everyone felt like they were a part of it. Like I remember when I got 200 pussies and I like freaked the fuck out. And I made like a Pass the Plate graphic, but Pass the Puss, I had like my friend Avi do it. And like, I was like, ah. And then like, and then I started doing videos, and people were like, wait, that's funny. You should keep doing that. And then I was like, okay, like I should like greet them some way. So I came up with hi pussies, and then I came up with tense up. And then after I came up with tense up, I came up, okay, you should say hi Jake back. And like, it was just such a friend effort. And it was like all of us. And then my friend Brett also has a food account. Everyone should follow it, Brett's Bites. I feel like I might as well if I'm there.
Absolutely.
She's amazing. And she and I would just, so she would obviously like to go out to restaurants for her food Instagram, and I would like to go out for octopus. And so we made it like a thing.
For that good puss.
For like 4 months straight, like 3 times a week we would do it, and like just not think about anything else and like just do it. And it was just so fun. And then I took it to TikTok, and it kind of moved, and I tried to make my name Pass that puss, and they banned it. So I was like, all right, Octopus Lover with 2 S's, because like I have to.
Yeah.
And so that's where Octopusslover8 comes from, 8
Yeah.
because 8 tentacles.
Yeah.
And then I took it to TikTok, and it kind of moved a little. And then when I started doing like Stitch videos and just like random videos that like showed my personality, I guess, like those I would see do well. And then I just started posting. And then, it took me like it really started once I hit 10,000, which was in December or January. I hit 10,000 in January. Then it started to pick up faster, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is like
crazy.
I'm getting like 100K
10K in January.
Yeah.
to
It's
now.
been 4 months.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It must be really validating though, because when you have an inside joke with your friends, like puss is an inside joke with
Yeah.
your friends, and you guys think it's the funniest thing in the world, but you're like, if anyone heard this, like, would they think it's funny?
Right.
But they do think it's funny. Like
It's-
now
yeah.
you know that everyone thinks your inside jokes are
and
funny.
Exactly.
It's
Everyone
like-
wants to be a member.
It's
Yeah.
a puss university.
Yeah.
Oh, so then
Everyone's in on the inside joke.
I started coming up with like different factors of it because people were so responsive, and I would really I made it like my whole life. Like I would really interact with people. And then, so for graduation, I'm going to make merch. why not?
Yeah.
Like,
I love your merch.
I
by the
know,
way.
Thank you.
I
I have an
know.
amazing designer. His name's Dylan, who he's fucking incredible. And so we've been doing it for a really long time. I guess since last May, really long time.
Yeah.
Talking on
I mean, at this point, it kind of feels like, with the way things are moving, it just feels like it's been a long time.
But so we came up with merch, and I was like, this would just be fun for graduation because it encompassed so much of our senior year, like past that puss. I was like, we should all just do this. And people really liked it. Like, people were like, oh my God, I want your merch. And I was like, well, I don't have any more. I was like, man, I should make more. So then I did Puss University. And then like I would do giveaways, and it was really fun. And it was just like a fun thing to like interact with everyone. And then once I blew up, I was like, okay, like now I think I could maybe like sell it, and it sold out, and it was just crazy.
That is so great. Are you an East Coast or West Coast guy?
I'm from the East Coast, but I live in the West Coast.
Okay, how long? Where are you from?
Okay, I was born in LA, moved around New York, and then I moved to New York when I was 2, and then moved around. I lived in Park Slope for 2 years, moved to the suburbs for 6 years, and then ended up in Washington Heights from 7th to 12th grade. Then I went to USC. During COVID, my parents followed suit. So we sold our place in Washington Heights. They moved out to Los Angeles, we rented in Orange County a bit, and then they settled in Los Angeles. So now
do you have siblings?
I have a younger brother.
Okay.
Everyone's always like, what does he think? I'm like, well, he texted me and he said, congrats.
That's about all you're gonna get from a
par.
I
younger
was like,
sibling.
thanks. I was like, hey, miss you. He goes, miss you too. Congrats on the TikTok success. I was like, thanks.
Yeah, like that's pretty cool.
I was like, you want some PR? I got a bunch.
Yeah.
Like, it's sick.
That's so cool. I'm so happy for you.
Thank
and now
you.
you are doing something with the Jonas Brothers, we heard. What's that about? Because we saw the back and forth on
the Coke video was
TikTok.
So I woke up to Nick just duetting the diet,
phenomenal acting on both sides.
They're amazing.
Like,
and I'm
really?
like, I, by the way, can't watch myself.
Okay. I mean, we don't like to watch ourselves either. So
I can't. Sometimes I'll like.
So you post your videos, then you're like,
no, but like I like monitor it because I'm like, I'm an anxious poster, but I pause it. When I click it, I pause it so I can read without hearing. I cannot fucking hear it.
Yeah.
I hate the sound of my own voice. I like can't. The only thing I do like listening to back is my friends' laughs. Yeah. Because I'm like, ugh. I like love when they laugh. So it's like that's what I like hearing back.
Yeah.
But I can't watch myself other than that. I'm like, ugh.
So you wake up, you see Nick Jonas has made the video, and you have to. I mean, now you have to listen to yourself.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So I watched the whole thing, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. Like, what do I do? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make like first, I'm gonna make like a video being like, I'm freaking. I made like a video just on the spot, being like, what? Yeah. And then I was like, okay, well now I kind of want to play off of this. So I like made a video later that day, like responding, just keeping it going, not thinking anything was gonna happen, but like kind of just like put like again throwing shit at the wall and being like, hopefully this sticks. And then I was DMing with him, which was crazy. And I was like, because we were both referring to a higher up at Coke named Scott, who like approved all this Coke Zero shit.
Yes.
And I was like, in my head, I was like, I really want like one of the other brothers to play like Scott.
Yeah.
So we were talking. I was like, thank you so much. Like but like, how funny would it be though? Like if someone did Scott.
Someone like
Everyone
Joe.
was like, you need to chill. And then like he messaged me the next day being like, okay, Joe's doing Scott. And I was like, my plan.
It worked.
Just like cast a full blown musical like production.
And then after Joe did it, Kevin just did it really fast after he was Cherry Coke, and it was just. And then now I'm gonna meet them later, which is crazy.
That's so much fun.
Like, what is happening?
So were you a big Jonas Brothers fan?
Huge. Oh my God, I was the biggest like Disney kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, Love Bug.
Disney.
Yeah.
Come on. Like the biggest. I mean, so it's like
What's gonna be the reaction? Like, why don't we act out I'm Nick Jonas and you're you?
I think I'm just gonna be like, oh my God. Hey, like
You going for the hug right away?
Like I always go in for the hug. I'm always
Nice
like,
to meet you.
yeah, nice
They
to
hug.
meet you.
Yeah.
Because I
they're
get really
huggers.
shaky. So when I do like a high five, like my hand shakes, and I'm like, oh, just
Yeah.
or I like a good firm handshake with like if I'm like ever meeting like an adult, I'll like like that because like you're squeezing my hand and not letting it shake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, but like Other than that, yeah, I'm probably.
Hug lets them know that like you're friendly.
Yeah, and I feel like, oh my God, I don't know. I honestly can't believe
Do you
it.
think they're gonna want to like obviously do some maybe more videos, some more
hope.
content?
I
That would be
hope.
awesome. I think everyone would love that.
They're firing off on TikTok.
They're doing
I said
great.
whoever like is running their social media plan, like they're I feel like they have like a quota of like, hey, guys, you got to be posting like TikToks every single day because they do a good job.
They do a great job.
Joe's are great.
Joe's
Nick's
are great.
but Joe's are
Yeah,
great.
they're all like, and then did you see Joe DJ at that set the other day?
Yes.
Did see that.
That was insane. I want to go to a set like that.
Yeah.
I always see Fred again do that. I'm like, that looks fun.
Yeah.
But like,
Well,
I'm
he
not
keeps
like
doing all these like pop-ups for
I know,
it, which
but
is fun.
I like don't think I'm the type to like. I feel like I would just be like, I'm sweaty, man.
You just gotta dive right into
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm thinking.
I went
Let
to
it
one
go.
after they did their Broadway shows, and he DJ'd the after party, and it was everybody was freaking out. It was hot,
Yeah.
and packed.
Wait, and for Fred
But
again or
worth
the
it.
Jonas Brothers?
For the Jonas
Okay,
Brothers.
yeah.
Raves in general are
For
hot
Joe
and
Jonas.
sweaty. but-
Yeah. I went to Coachella my freshman year of college, and I was like, whew, like, what is happening here?
Are you going this year?
Nah, I'm not gonna be here.
Yeah.
No, it's
I've never
gonna be
been.
there.
I went
have
once.
no desire.
I went once, and I'm like, I don't ever need to go again. In my
I
opinion,
went twice.
unless there's somebody like an actual. An act that I'm like, I need to be there for that.
I went twice. I went my freshman year of college, and then obviously was going to go my sophomore year because I went to USC, so that's like a thing. Like everyone goes. And COVID happened, so obviously sophomore, junior year didn't happen. Then senior year, it was like the first time it happened. I was like, oh, I'm obviously going to go. And who was headlining? Oh my God, Phoebe Bridgers. Oh my God. Oh my. I was on shrooms. Can I say that?
Yeah. Okay.
I was on shrooms,
said
and
it plenty of times here.
I was sobbing. And keep in mind, when you're at a concert in LA, by the way, like everyone's sometimes, it's not like, it's like a little like, you know, like you're like always like scared.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just like a little anxiety. Like everyone's always like kind of like not fully, like I'm always kind of scared people are like looking or
They're a little
doing-
more buttoned up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little. And so I was just
Coachella, you're just
hysterically sobbing. And
yeah.
my roommate Brett was like,
Yeah.
and Julie was like, "Aww," and I was like, I don't know. Like,
That's
see,
like
she's
the
such a
oldest.
sickness.
It's the only way to do it.
I had that moment for when I went. Lord performed, and I was just like, I was just looking at my friends. I was like, she is unbelievable. I was the only thing I really talked about. That was like the biggest thing, but it was.
I ended up
crazy.
seeing Phoebe multiple times after that because of that. I've seen Phoebe 3 times now, once by accident because I saw the 1975 and she came out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh! I was like, is she gonna sing motion sickness again? Like, I was like so excited.
Just brings you right back.
Are you guys Phoebe fans?
I
She
do like
starts
her,
her
yes.
sets off with motion sickness, and it's like the strum of the guitar. It just like evokes. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I
feel
hope
it through your
everyone
body.
I
experiences
think
it.
she is one of Taylor's opening acts for the New York shows.
Yes, she is.
You went, right?
I went in Las Vegas.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Are you guys Swifties?
I am, yeah.
I'm a huge Swiftie,
Yeah.
like die hard. Have seen Miss Americana like 13 times. Like, 13. Like, but I really have. Like, we watched the movie, and I think she starts out by playing the piano, and the cat's on there, and we like quote it. We always look at each other, and we're like, she starts with the diary, and like we're like,
Just know where it goes.
but I had never seen her live before, and so
Really?
I got tickets on like the day Ticketmaster crashed, and I was on the site, and Ticketmaster crashed, and I was like, what? And then I was like ramping up for 2 p.m. and I was on for 2 p.m. We were all on FaceTime, and like somehow I was just
You made it
You
through.
got
You were
lucky.
one of
You
the
had the
lucky
magic
ones.
We got row
you were
2.
one of wow.
row 2. I just scrolled in, looked in, nothing, and then suddenly 3 popped up, and it was me and my 2 roommates.
Yeah.
And I clicked 3, and I go, should I buy them? And they were
Buy,
like, go,
buy,
go,
buy,
go,
buy,
go.
buy,
Doesn't matter
And
how
my mom
much
was
at
like,
this
wait,
point.
what? Because I was like, can I put this on your card? I'll
Yeah.
pay you back. And she was like, sure. And then she was like, okay, so like how much was it? Like a few
Classic.
hundred.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That's when you look. My sister's friends did that too, where it was like they bought because they do the ultimate whatever the hell they're called, the fan tickets, where they
Yes,
they
yes.
jack up the prices.
jack the fuck up out of the price.
So my sister and her friends too, they were like, whatever it takes, like buy them. And then they were all kind of like doing, and I literally think it was like her friend's brother or something was the one that like got the code and got in.
Yeah.
And so the friend's brother was just like, I get okay, like I guess I'm buying all of these, and then texted them all like the price afterwards. They were like,
No, it's a jump scare.
You just have to
My
forget
mom was
it.
like,
They were
what?
like,
And then
oh
my
my
mom
God.
would
They were
not
like,
let me forget
fuck.
it. Once a week, she was like,
Yeah.
oh, by the way, babe, you still owe me for the Taylor Swift tickets. I'd be like, okay, I know.
You're like,
I know.
I'm like, I'm doing it. Just give me 5 seconds.
The followers are rising.
And
You'll
my
get the
mom
money
would be
back
like,
to
my
her.
mom would be like, I'm either taking it out of your account or you can give it to me yourself.
Yeah.
She ended up taking it out.
I do think I am going night 1 of MetLife.
It is a fucking amazing experience.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Did you go to the bathroom at all?
Nope. I looked at them and I was like, guys, I have to pee. And they looked at me and they go, you can go pee. And I go, okay.
Yeah,
And then
and
like,
you will be going by yourself.
and an hour later, I was like I kind of want a Diet Coke. Like I was like thirsty. So I was like, do you guys care? Like, does anyone want to come with me to get a Diet Coke? They're like, no, but like, can you get me one? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
If none of you are gonna fucking come with me, then I'm not getting one at all, and we're all gonna suffer.
I'm not your waiter.
And be
We're
thirsty.
We're thirsty, have to pee.
Yeah.
And we're
Keep in mind, we were there at 5 p.m.
yeah, that
And
it's
what time
incredible.
did it end? Like
11:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were like, they
It's
had
a
to-
marathon.
All the opening acts are so good.
They're so
so
good.
it's like, yeah.
They're
it's
so
just-
good. And then like Taylor gets on and she like barely breaks a sweat. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, how is this happening? And then she does her surprise songs, which are obviously so exciting. And
Which ones did you get in
I got
Vegas?
our song. I mean,
Oh, wow.
like it was so magical.
Yeah.
The whole stadium singing our song.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the lyrics to our song.
Yeah,
Everyone.
they do.
Everyone.
I do. I kind of want like I selfishly like kind of want a deep cut, but then our like for me our song I'd be like, okay, this is great because it's our song, but also like, but it's so fun.
Did
Everyone
you
knows
see
it.
what?
singing
Did you
together.
see she did "Death by a Thousand Cuts" and
Yeah,
"Clean" in the same night?
I know.
I called
I
my
know.
friends.
I
and
came
go,
on Bring Out My Sister again, but she literally cried on
No,
TikTok.
I was like,
about
whoa.
that.
I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my fuck. I was like, those are like the 2 of the most anticipated surprise songs, and they're just there. They are.
My sister made a video where she was like, first she did blah blah blah, and I wanted to die. And then she did this, and I wanted to die even more. And then she did death. And now I just wanted, like, she was like sobbing.
But she apparently like didn't do the chorus right of "Death by a Thousand Cuts." So like
I think she
people
messed it up, she
People
said,
are
right?
people think she's gonna do it again. God,
She is a perfectionist.
What surprise song would you want to hear? Sorry, is that off topic or can I?
No. Honestly, like, long live.
Oh. I mean, because everyone in the office will just be like, oh.
I just like that is my dream. My
you know what
dream
she did the
one would
night
be Long
before? The night before "Death by a Thousand Cuts and Clean," she did one of my favorite Taylor songs. Do you know the song "Ours"?
Yes.
She did "Ours," and that's like me and my friend Julia's like favorite song. And I texted to Julia. She goes, "Don't speak to me." She was like, "Don't speak to me." And then I was like, okay, it's fine. She just did "Ours." And then the next night she did "Death by a Thousand Cuts and Clean." And I was like, this is the worst weekend of my life. Like actually the worst weekend of my life, hands down.
Oh my God. No, it's incredible. But now, like, what do you, I don't know what your mindset is for like what you keep doing. Is it just like, I'm just going to keep rolling with how this is going? Like posting TikToks, doing things like, do you guys have now management wanting to like represent you
I have
and like all this
amazing
stuff
management.
now?
I have amazing management.
Yeah.
They're the most incredible people. I've known them for a very long time.
Great.
They're the most incredible people in the entire world. So I really just like, they let me take it day by day. I take it because I have the worst anxiety ever, like really, 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 really bad. And like, I know what I want to do though, is I want to take acting seriously from this. And I feel like, okay, like I'm going to use this as like a door opener to like auditioning for acting
Is that
stuff.
what you did at USC? Not to.
No.
No.
I
Okay.
studied PR.
Okay.
I studied PR.
It's a good mix of everything to get
I
for
studied
you
PR.
to this point now.
But I was a big theater kid, and
Okay.
I was always too afraid to pursue it because I was
Yeah.
just so scared of what everyone thought. I was like closeted. I was so scared of what everyone thought of me. I was like, oh, like whatever, like I'm just not gonna do it. But I always loved it. So my senior year of college, me and one of my best friends, Allie, we were like, let's take a theater class together. Like, come
Yeah.
on, like it's my senior year. Like, let's just do it. We did it, and I was like, God, I really missed doing this.
Yeah.
So then when I started doing it on TikTok again, I was like, okay, like this, I feel like this is like a sign I'm being given. I need to just take this and just use it and like really pursue acting and not care what anyone thinks and just go for
I
it.
envision you like writing your own like sitcom that is going to be on Netflix in like a year.
That's
I see that. For you.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Both my parents are writers, so I love writing. Writing.
I could definitely see you in a TV show. Like you
Totally.
you got
I
it.
want to. It's like my dream. It's like all I want to do is like be on set with my like line book. Like that was like my favorite thing. Highlighting my lines when I was like a kid and I was in the play. It was literally
It's gonna
my favorite
happen
thing.
for you. It definitely is. Are people recognizing you? Obviously.
Yeah, that's very great.
And
do
are they
people
like
call you?
throwing scenarios at you when they see you?
No. What I get a lot of the time is like the pussy PSA, which I don't even know how that started. I think I was high, and then so then I'll like be like pussy PSA. Like I was at Passover dinner last night, and
Laughing at like the amount of people that are probably filming you being like, do it.
No, but they was like they were doing the Seder, like they were like talking, and I walked in with my friend Alice. We were late. We were like fuck, and then I like looked to my left and I saw her go. and I was like, Alice, there's a pussy. And Alice was like, oh, what? And I was like, swear to God.
That's amazing.
That is so good.
Yeah, the pussies are
can't
everywhere.
get better
I
than
had
that.
a
They
mom.
are.
I had a. This was the craziest. Oh, honestly, the Taylor
It's like
Swift
Mr.
was,
Octopus. Like
yeah,
what?
the Taylor Swift was the craziest. I had a mom come up to me and ask her like daughter to take a photo of us, and I was like, wait, what? And the daughter was like. And I was like, sorry.
Fine,
Daughter's like, my mom fucking loves TikTok.
Yeah, and then I had a 5-year-old be like, Octopussy.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
was freaking out. It was right after the concert. It was
You're
the most-
like, why, honey?
She was in, like,
That's
a
so sweet.
tutu.
But like, why are you on TikTok?
yeah, the mom was like, she keeps asking where Octopussy is. I was like, does she?
Yeah.
Like,
God.
that's sweet.
She's like,
And I was like-
is she saying octopussy?
Yeah,
She's saying
it's like what?
Puss?
But it was so sweet. She was perfect.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
feel like you-
all ages are good. Take them
Right?
all.
Yeah.
It's
Any
almost-
pussies you can get.
Any pussies.
Yep.
And it's so fun that all my skits and everything I do reaches such a broad age of people. Like,
Yeah.
like, you know, I have like fucking kids in high school. I have kids in college. Then I have adults. And then, you know what I mean? Like, it's,
Yeah.
and then it's just, so it feels like everyone's in on the joke.
Yeah.
And it's so
It's made
it's just
for-
fun.
made for
it's just
everybody.
fun.
You need to do a Erica Jane collab. Isn't Erica Jane Pat the Puss? Isn't that
Pat-
her? Isn't
what,
that
yeah,
her
Pat
dance?
the Puss.
Pat
What is
the
she
Puss
doing
is her
on-
dance move, I think.
Yeah, what she went. Yeah, I never really followed.
Puss,
I
I
never
think is
really
her.
followed that closely. I don't think
Yeah.
I followed with Erica Jane was the
Yes.
whole mess and
Yes, yes,
what was
yes.
it? The earrings? Was that? Did you watch Beverly Hills this season?
Yes.
The
Yes.
earrings. Oh, what a good season Beverly
Yeah,
Hills
yeah.
had.
It was so good.
What a good
but
season
like
they
they
had.
dragged out the reunion too long, in my opinion.
Agreed.
It was like,
Agreed.
all right, 3 parts. This is what they do on Bravo,
Yeah.
and I just want to watch it all in one night. We don't need 3 weeks because then by the time the 3rd week comes, like we've seen you preview it a million times.
I know.
Now we know what happened.
You know who has a great reunion every time? Salt Lake City.
Yeah, they do.
Every time, like fucking clockwork.
They do.
And so does New Jersey.
I actually just saw a
New
headline.
Jersey.
I just
Yeah.
saw a headline that was killing me. It was Jen Shah is organizing a prison play, like
God.
Real
Is
Housewives.
she in
of
prison
some-
yet?
Yes.
What?
She's doing theater in prison. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think she's
Jen, how
You
long
should
is she-
participating in
be
some kind of play.
You should be in her theater.
I
in her
will. How
prison
long
play.
I think she already got her fucking sentence reduced, but I
Okay.
think she comes out in like 2027.
Oh wow.
8.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys like watch the news specials on like what happened?
Yes.
It was fucked up.
Yes.
Like
Extremely.
It was fucked.
No, you watch
up.
it and then you're like, no, yeah, she deserves to go
Yeah,
to
she
jail.
deserves it. It's like fucked
She
up.
absolutely
These,
deserves
you
to go
have
to
these
jail.
like elderly people that are like, yep, I like lost my
And
life
that's
savings.
the one
And I'm
thing.
like,
You can't
fuck!
fuck with the old people.
Yeah,
like
oh
it
my
makes
God,
you imagine your poor like grandpa picking up the phone and being
And they-
like,
oh my
"That's
God.
here's my credit card number."
Yeah.
That's a different type of evil to
It's
do
a
that.
different because you
To
know that they don't know.
Yeah, you're like, ooh, I'm swindling oldies. It's like,
Yeah,
how
it's
can
how could you do that?
how can you do that?
It's fucked up.
It is
It's
fucked up.
fucked up.
Well, Jake, we had so much fun with you
Yeah,
here.
You're a blast.
And
You're
honestly,
amazing.
now I feel like we're gonna have to have you come back to
I
do
would
like
love to.
Bravo recaps.
Wait,
Yes.
please,
we
please.
should do
Would
a
be
full
so
Bravo
fun.
Please.
recap, and we
Yeah.
need you to catch up on Vanderpump.
I know,
because
I need
the
to.
end of the season is coming, and then the reunion's coming, and you're gonna miss out on all the drama if you are not caught up.
I know. Wait,
Yeah.
the end of the season's almost here.
There's a couple
Probably
of
a few
episodes
more
left.
Yeah.
How many
probably a few
episodes
more
are in
weeks.
this? Sorry, I'm like. I
No,
feel like
no,
I'm taking-
12. Maybe I feel like they do. I think they do. I think I saw 15 episodes total.
Okay, easy.
And
One
we're
done.
on
One
and
night
we're
and
on,
I'll be done.
Last night was episode 9. So they're not all done yet.
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
start
You
tonight.
have to
Still
catch
on.
up, and then
Yeah,
because then
I'll
soon
start
enough,
tonight.
Easy.
all the good
Easy.
stuff is coming out. So
Yeah,
we need you to catch
exactly.
up, and then you have to do recaps with us.
Okay, 100%.
Amazing. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you
you
so
for
much,
having me.
everyone. Not following
Yeah, yeah.
Jake already.
What are you
Follow Octopusslover8 and become part of
Is your Instagram
Puss
the
University.
My Instagram is past that puss.
Okay.
So yeah, become part of Puss University.
Become a pussy.
Join Puss Nation. It's a great time.
Yeah.
We have a great time.
I am a number one pussy.
Yes. You are a number one pussy.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.